announced that we are going to make the largest investment we've ever made in a park, the largest investment we've ever made, maybe in the state of Florida, in any business, and that we're going to launch Universal's Epic Universe.
Universal's Epic Universe isn't just another theme park. It's a game changer. But how did we get here? How did Orlando become the theme park capital of the world? And why is Epic Universe the most important theme park since Walt Disney World? Knowted presents Epic Universe, the park that will change theme parks forever. Before today's expansive theme parks, there were more modest amusement parks, more as a passing of time, rather than an escape from reality. Think Coney Island, boardwalk rides, and even carnival attractions. However, in 1955, one man would revolutionize the industry with 9 simple words.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Disneyland wasn't merely a park, it was an immersive experience, setting a new benchmark for entertainment destinations. Disneyland was more than an amusement park. It was an escape, allowing guests that entered to travel to various lands, forgetting about everything in your real life and going all in on this new world. Disneyland consisted of 5 lands: Main Street USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, and finishing in Tomorrowland. But Disneyland was merely the beginning of how Walt Disney wanted to forever change the theme park industry. In the early 1960s, Orlando was far from the tourism giant it is today. It would consist of small towns, orange groves, and farmland, and an up-and-coming I-4, if you know, you know. But all of that would change when Walt Disney would unveil his plans for what he would call
a whole new Disney World.
Governor Hayden Burns would introduce the state of Florida to Walt and Roy Disney, as the brothers would share their enthusiasm about the new resort coming to Florida. They indicated the initial investment would top California, saying that the facility would be the planning stage and would take about 3 years to open. Governor Burns mentioned working out tax questions. Disney would not reveal many of his plans, but mentioned market surveys that played a part in the choice of Florida as a new location for their resort. More aspects were discussed, including the number of tourists, vehicle traffic, roads, and Disney's eventual impact on the state of Florida. Unfortunately, soon after this press conference, the founder of Disney, Walt Disney himself, would pass away, never being able to see his new Walt Disney World in fruition. Despite the death of Walt Disney, the Walt Disney World project would still move on, thankfully to his brother Roy, who would not sleep until his brother's vision would become a reality. Disney World would grow to 4 theme parks: the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, MGM Studios, now Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom, later following up with 25 resort hotels, 2 water parks, and a shopping district. Disney World would dominate the Orlando area with no signs of contention. That would be until 1990, when a neighboring studio would try their hand at the up-and-coming vacation destination.
Nobody else grabs you, twists you, turns you, curls you, shakes you, shoots you, rocks you, loves you, and puts you right in the middle of all the action and adventure you've seen on the screen. Not anyone. If you want to go on the greatest rides based on the biggest movies, there's only one place you can. You've got to go to Orlando and go to Universal Studios, Florida, the #1 movie studio and theme park in the world. Universal Studios, Florida, the only place on earth where you can ride the movies.
In 1990, Universal Studios would open, bringing cinematic magic to life. The competition would only intensify from there. Universal would not just stop at Universal Studios. In 1999, they would go on to create Universal's Islands of Adventure. Universal would truly catch the eyes of theme park goers with the introduction of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Based on J.K. Rowling's hit book series, Universal would put you directly into the movies, with Hogsmeade in Islands of Adventure and Diagon Alley in Universal Studios. We can see the direct impact on attendance in Universal, going from 5.5 million to 9.5 million after the opening of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Harry Potter would generate close to 4 million extra visitors now coming to the Universal Studios resort. What once was an area solely dominated by Mickey Mouse and the Walt Disney World Resort was now being shared. Universal has now shown their hand, but it doesn't stop there, as their new project plans to take over the land entirely. Universal's epic universe, what started out as a simple doodle on a napkin, has now transformed into 5 immersive worlds that will take you across many universes. Universes such as How to Train Your Dragon, The Isle of Berk, Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, The Ministry of Magic. When you first arrive at Epic Universe, you will be greeted by the park's first portal. This portal will be the main entrance to the entire resort and will lead you to the 4 other portals that reside within this new, fantastical park. Once you go through the main entrance of Epic Universe, you will be greeted by Celestial Park, the first land of the resort. Here is the heart of Universal's Epic Universe, a lush, green world designed to evoke wonder and discovery, serving as a gateway to the park's 4 other immersive lands, through magical portals and featuring thrilling rides, entertainment, dining, and shopping. You have attractions such as the Stardust Racers dueling roller coaster, the Constellation Carousel, and the Astronomica interactive wet play area, and dining such as the Blue Dragon and the Atlantic. Located within Celestial Park is the icon of Epic Universe, Universal's Helios Grand Hotel, a hotel which will be embedded directly into the park, giving you direct access to all 5 themed lands. Of the first themed land we have based on an IP is How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk. This world will immerse visitors in a Viking village where dragons and Vikings alike will coexist, featuring a family coaster, a boat battle, and a live show and more, all designed to feel authentic directly out of the film. This Viking themed land will have attractions such as Hiccup's Flying Gliders, which is a family-style family roller coaster where you will feel like you're soaring with dragons. Next, you have the Fire Drill, which is a boat battle where Vikings compete to outscore one another. Dragons Racers Rally, a flat ride where you can practice your dragon riding maneuvers. And lastly, the Untrainable Dragon Live Show, a Broadway-style show featuring fire-breathing dragons. Once we exit the Isle of Berk, we then are greeted by the Wizarding World, Ministry of Magic. At Epic Universe, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, The Ministry of Magic, will immerse you into the 1920s Wizarding Paris and the 1990s British Ministry of Magic. This land will feature attractions like Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry, and the live circus show, Les Cercles Arcanus. The marquee attraction in this land is the Battle at the Ministry, a new attraction at Epic Universe, where guests will journey through the British Ministry of Magic, experiencing a thrilling chase as they try to stop Dolores Umbridge from escaping from her trial, using magical lifts and exploring iconic Ministry areas. These magical lifts have been closely associated with Disney's Hollywood Studios' Tower of Terror lifts, but the difference with these is that these are omnidirectional, that move up, down, forward, and sideways, allowing for more dynamic movements. Next, you will have the Les Cercles Arcanus, a live, full-scale theater experience featuring live performers, aerialists, puppetry, and special effects, all of which inspired by the circuits from the Fantastic Beasts films, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Next, we join the shadowy, immersive world of Dark Universe. Here, you will have Universal's monster stories brought to life, featuring the village of Darkmoor, Dr. Victoria Frankenstein's Experiments, and attractions like Monsters Unchained, The Frankenstein Experiment, and Curse of the Werewolf. This land will feature two marquee attractions, the first being the Course of the Werewolf, a launch spinning coaster themed to the 1941 film The Wolfman. The second being Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. Here you will be greeted by many of Universal's monsters, and this ride utilizes the Kuka Arm technology system, the same system that can be found at Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey over at Islands of Adventure. And lastly, we join Mario and Luigi in Super Nintendo World. Super Nintendo World is a fully immersive Nintendo-themed land, featuring attractions like Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge and Donkey Kong Country, also featuring Yoshi's Adventure, an Omni-Mover attraction themed to Yoshi. Now, with all of this exciting news, what does this mean for Epic Universe? What impact can Epic Universe make on Orlando and the theme park industry as a whole? Epic Universe is more than just hype. It has the data to back it up. Currently, Universal houses 28,000 employees. Epic Universe expects to add 14,000 more, bringing that to a total of about 42,000 cast members that would now work at the Universal Resort. That would be only 30,000 less than that of Walt Disney World. In 2023, the Central Florida travel and tourism sector would achieve record-breaking economic impact of roughly $92.5 billion, marking a 5.6% increase from the previous year. Epic Universe is expected to bring in $11 billion added to that economic impact, bringing it to a total of $103 billion for the state of Florida. In that same year, Orlando would see visitor spending increase to about $58.5 billion, which is only expected to go up more after Epic Universe. Now, one of the biggest numbers is employment, with tourism supporting approximately 464,000 jobs in the Central Florida area, with nearly 284,000 of them directly within the industry, which includes roles in hotels, restaurants, and attractions. Now, what is truly crazy about all of this is that Epic Universe hasn't even opened yet, and they're already thinking about expansion plans. Universal and Epic Universe are truly very ambitious. It is the reason why there's so much hype behind this new land that is coming to the Orlando area. But what's the response by the other resorts? SeaWorld, but really Disney. People have been speculating since the announcement of Epic Universe. How will Disney respond? And now they've come up with a couple plans of their own. Many believe that this will not live up to the hype that Epic Universe has created. So it goes back to the original question. Can Epic Universe change theme parks forever? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. If you like this story and want to hear more, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to stay curious, because it's always good to learn new things. Thank you for watching.